Yes.
Not really, though.
It's like going like a concert.
Oh, yeah, you just got the pregame. Whoever was on before us.
The openers.
The openers, that was the word.
Okay. You're good. Oh, I see a red question mark. Oh, we already answered that.
Yeah. Where are you going to sit?
That's not what we're drawing.
No. They want to see a picture. I put one up on page now.
Yeah. Alright, that won't work.
No.
Can they even hear us with the fan, or do I
No,
have to turn the fan
probably
off?
not. Can you guys hear us? If I yelled like this, oh, I can hear.
I turned it off.
I think we'll be fine.
That's what the fan on.
I turned it off.
All right, we turned it off. Can I kidnap Stella?
Sure.
No, she has separation anxiety. No, nobody could hear me.
So we fixed it though.
We fixed it. We turned the fan off, so you can't be. I cannot be the back of your chair for you.
No? Am I too close to you?
No, you're just misaligning my back.
Alright,
Just
hang
won't
on.
feel good.
Alright, well, welcome to Q&A with L&A. Once again, we're not set up correctly.
No, because the camera's pointing more towards that way.
Is it?
We're not centered. There we go.
Oh, is that better?
No. There we go.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Woohoo!
That's our new motto. Just make it work.
That will never be my motto.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It
Exactly.
should be. This should work.
This should work.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, Q&A with
why are you
L&A.
so little? I'm way up here.
Because you're on the big milking stand.
You're slouching.
You're on the fancy milking stand with handles and like a storage compartment and
Two flat tires.
two flat tires.
The blown out wheel.
And yeah, this one is on hinges. It folds down. These two never leave.
They're beyond flat.
This one used to travel.
It used to travel. It went places.
It did. Stella, you getting comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hot out.
It's really hot.
It's really hot.
It's muggy.
The fan mic won't go back on.
Well, they won't be able to hear us. We'll have to do like.
I'll have to run
captions.
inside and get that fancy microphone thing and try to figure out how to use it.
We'll just make this fast.
Live on the fly.
Okay.
Not a good idea.
You want to start with announcements?
They've been very patient, so why don't we answer a question or two?
Oh, okay.
If there are any in the chat. Because they've been pretty patient waiting.
They have been. So we have some questions.
They're like, hurry up, get the job done. We got questions.
Oh, so Louise said, Liz, when you're punching the goats while milking, can you tell how much milk is left? So I can tell how much milk is left. What?
Keep
Don't
going,
go
just
close
talk.
my
I was
eyes.
going to get the goat hair out of your eye.
I got it.
You know, it's
I
teamwork.
got a thing about feet and eyes. Don't touch either. What?
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so what was the question?
Milking, bumping back.
Oh, I'm bumping the bag to let down the milk. So usually I can tell there's not a lot of milk left once I squeeze the milk out and there's not just a lot of volume behind it. So I'll bump her bag and massage, like the milk downwards so that it signals to her body to drop it and let it go instead of saving it. So that's what I'm doing.
How is our vet doing after her hand got bit by a pig?
I don't know.
I mean, she seemed fine the other day when we saw her.
She seemed her normal.
I mean, it was just wrapped normal. It wasn't like a big, like, oh my goodness,
Right,
what happened?
Right. The picture you guys saw, it was even less bandaged the next day. She's like,
Yeah.
it's fine. She's like one of those, just give me a tetanus shot and let me go. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
She's no fuss.
How's Shyla doing since she came home from her little adventure?
She's been fine. I saw her pretty consistently, and then Hunter was chasing her around the barn for a while. And because I saw her, I stopped looking for her. So.
Yeah, Hunter's getting very territorial.
Which is weird because everybody's fixed, so I don't get it.
So no more chickens are hatching as of about 2 minutes ago.
Right, the last egg came out.
What she just said. The last egg is not going to hatch.
Yeah, it had developed all the way to like a chick, but when we candled it, there was zero movement, and we never saw movement. So
No,
I think it died a while ago, and the worst thing that could happen is it explodes in the nest box. That would be disgusting. So 10 chicks is the final number, and most of them were out
10.
of the nest box, eating and drinking today, and we'll make sure everybody gets out of the nest box. We'll actually take the nest box away tomorrow, and they won't. They'll just eat and drink as they need to.
What's the medication all about that we're doing for 10 days in a row? Done on Tuesday night.
Yep. So this is actually our 6th night doing this medication, and for Tango, if you were here about a week ago, he came down with some diarrhea, and that we thought was from when Tally left. It left Tango with all of Mom's milk to drink, and we thought it was giving him a bellyache, so we were milking Deandra and hoping that his diarrhea would clear up, but it didn't. So based off of experience and what our vet told us, we just started treating him for coccidia, which is something that can pop up especially in young goats and old goats, in dogs and cats and all other animals too. It preys on the very young and the very old, or the immune compromised. But with the heat and the stress and the bellyache, really could have been enough for him to just get a bloom of this organism. And so we're treating him for that, and because it's contagious, we're doing preventative treatment on everybody else. We probably would have done this anyway, because you just want to wipe everything out of the goats before you go and breed them in the fall. So we're going to do this. We're going to test fecals. We're going to do more deworming after this, because we're getting everybody in tip-top shape for breeding season. The tablets that we're putting in the food is just zinc, and again, that's just an immunity booster. All in preparation for breeding season, because it's August now, people.
Good answer.
We're getting close.
Why isn't Tango and Bentley as mature as Thunder?
Just a different breed, a different genetics, different everything.
Yeah.
So Thunder is exceptionally huge.
Yeah, Thunder's a big boy.
He is not the norm. Bentley and Tango are the norm. He's huge.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a question about the babies, the boys, if where was that?
They can mingle with the other boys.
They can mingle with the other boys. No, it's a big no-no. You're not going to put a baby in with a full-size. How much does Giovanni weigh?
God.
Like
Giovanni,
200
like
pounds?
200?
Yeah, he's a big boy, so you're not going to put, bucks are territorial
Forgot
by
my
nature
beer.
anyway, so no, they're not going to share well.
Oh.
That would be a big fight, and it could end real bad. What we could do is put them in our red shed, but they're getting castrated on the 15th if I don't get a buyer between now and then, and I've had a lot of people reach out. I don't know, this one guy seemed really interested. I might reach back out to him to see what's going on.
Somebody,
Yeah,
not to get our hopes up, but somebody's contemplating all three.
possibly.
But you never know.
Possibly.
The sale isn't final until the goats are grown. Yep.
Yeah.
You actually answered by default during that explanation another question. No,
Okay.
you cannot have my beer.
No.
When is
Thunder's
Thunder's operation?
Yeah, so Thunder, Bentley, and Tango will be getting castrated on the 15th unless they leave for their forever homes before then.
So, Diane, I hope you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and you have the bell on, because when Simon Says Saturday comes out, your question will pretty much be answered. Yes, Jake and Bradley are both back from camp. And Jake tries to play it off like any other 13-year-old kid. Did you have a good time? That was his response. But yet every photo proves that he had a good time.
Well, and then you start asking questions like, okay, well, how was the food? Oh, food was amazing. Okay, what was your favorite activity to do? Well, we did this thing called the drip drop thing, and I got really wet, it's like Duck Duck Goose, but with buckets of water, and then it's just doop, 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 doop,
Yeah.
doop for, half an hour. And so he had a great time.
I think he likes
He's
having.
just happy he was a little homesick.
He was homesick.
He
Yep.
was.
Yep. And then he goes away again in like 4 more days.
Yeah.
But
Kathy, yes, we actually have 2 hens with these 10 chicks. So our silkies like to co-parent, and they will both sit on the eggs, which is kind of nice because a broody hen will only get off of the nest once or twice a day to go poop and eat and drink. And so if they do it in shifts, it's really convenient because then the eggs are never not being sat on. Just convenient.
so CJ, I really like your idea, but unfortunately, logistically at our operation, lotion size, it'd be way too difficult to pull off. To try to basically sell a sample set.
It's a whole
It's a whole new bottle. It's a whole new bottle, new cap, new label, new machine,
new pump.
new pumps, new SKUs. I mean, it turns in. Yeah, it's someday. I'd love to, but that'd be if production wasn't here.
We are so
Like if
little.
we got so big that production moved off the farm to a massive facility where they can switch bottle size without even thinking about it, then yes. But
Yeah, no, I totally agree that it's easier
Unfortunately,
travel size and handbag
Yeah.
size and all that.
We've-
It's just not logistically possible at this point.
Now, travel size or handbag size we've spoke of because the bottle we use today is an 8-ounce bottle. They make a 4-ounce bottle that's the same height, which means I could use the same pump, I could use the same label maker, I could use all of that, and it's 4 ounces, so it's just skinnier, right? That's a good
Still-
purse size, but it's still a pump. It's not a
It's not a
squeezy.
good purse size.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. So
No.
we've thought about it, but not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeanette likes Grumpy Chicken. You can still pick out Grumpy Chick from the whole clutch because she's still very grumpy looking. She is. Alright, so we'll do some announcements, right?
Hang on, yeah, go ahead. I'm just reading another question.
Okay, I'm going to start with Bear and Uno update because
Sure.
it's kind of lengthy. So I know when we had our issue with Pi and Billy here, and we realized that they were going to need surgery and the bands could be defective and all that, we reached out to Bear and Uno's owner and let them know, hey, keep an eye on your boys, take pictures, send them to me if you have any questions. And we talked to our vet who said, I'll go out and see them to make sure that they're okay and all that. So we're like, cool. We got confirmation from the owner that no, Bear and Uno look fine, they're doing great. I was like, that's awesome, because I figured if our 2 boys had an issue, it was almost guaranteed their 2 boys were going to have an issue. So it wasn't till last week, right, that they emailed me some
Yeah, it was last
pictures,
week.
and Bear's testicles tried to fall off, but were dangling from not severed tissue.
Yeah.
And by the next day, they were hanging a little further, and what I was concerned with was that they were going to start herniating,
Yep.
or he was. So I said, you gotta call Dr. Kara, she has to come out and look at these boys based off of the pictures. Until she gets there, spray them down with some antiseptic, keep it clean, keep the flies off of it, all of that stuff. So Dr. Kara came out and she had to perform the same surgery that Pi and Billy had. The last update I got from their owners was that the boys are doing fantastic. Even Dr. Kara was like, these boys were still bouncing around like nothing was wrong. And they had infections and just nastiness. So when I talked to Dr. Kara, I was like, look, I am literally sick to my stomach I was sick to my stomach over just the possibility of these boys having the same problem our boys had, and then for that to come to fruition, like it happened, that they needed the same surgery. I felt horrible, and we talked about it, and we told
And your
Kara.
mom.
Yeah, and yeah, we had a whole business meeting between me, Aaron, Grams, and we all decided, you know, we need to cover the cost of this surgery. So I think it took less than a 5 minute,
Oh, it's less than 5
5 minute
minutes.
meeting, and I texted Kara back and I said, please just put that on our bill. We'll take care of it. I feel terrible, and it's something that they should have never had to deal with. Granted, it was a faulty band. There was nothing we did wrong in the procedure of banding them. It's just the band went bad.
Right.
But I still felt responsible, and especially for a new owner like that, who's just so, you know, you try to do everything right when you're a new owner. You're scared as anything to do something wrong that could compromise them.
And it was nothing
And
they
then
did
you
wrong.
have a banding that goes wrong times
Right.
2.
Right.
It's awful.
So we've changed that next year. Everybody that's getting
Everybody that's getting weathered is
weathered.
getting castrated.
I almost said neutered, but
Same
yeah,
thing.
everybody that's getting weathered is getting castrated. So that,
Yeah, we'll have to change our policies because I'm never
which we
doing
might have to change our price. A band is about 13 cents. A castration's about $200.
$75.
Well, yeah,
For a
without
routine.
non-emergency,
Yeah.
non-travel, all that. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's like $75. So if we went from 13 cents to $75,
We need to up our
Big
price
difference.
by $60.
yeah, for next year.
For next year.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you can always give the owner the option too, and then just
Right.
take no.
Yeah.
Look, we told you we
Yep.
highly suggest castration. If you choose to do banding anyway, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'll do it.
I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know
think
if
about it.
morally
I mean,
I'll do it,
I
knowing
don't know.
how bad
Like,
it can be.
you go
I
back to
don't know.
percentage, we probably banded 30 goats. And
I
it's
did- we-
happened 1 year, and
we did the
unfortunately
math.
all 4 brand new bands every year could solve that problem. I mean,
Well,
so-
no, because Dr. Kara said you can get a bad batch of bands.
Yeah, I know.
She did.
Yeah, yeah. I could get a
So-
bad beer too. It doesn't happen that often, but it could happen. Speaking of that, do the 3 of you want anything? I feel
Three of
kind of
them?
rude.
Oh, I thought you had something.
I don't have anything.
No?
Oh,
Good.
I can go get something. or-
Okay, they're in the fridge.
We have a bartender.
No, bartender. No.
We can just do it easy, like click it, open it, ta-da.
In
Or
the-
you can go raid the fridge and make us
You can
something
go
fun.
raid the fridge.
I don't
or,
like pineapple or apple juice.
Oh,
Or you could just get, like she said,
Or those crooked ones. They're
Yep.
cold in the fridge already.
you can go either fridge. The
You
big
said
fridge in the
easy one.
kitchen.
The
Or do
one
you know where
that-
the
the
little
ones that-
fridge is?
Oh.
In, like where we
Okay.
store our paper towels?
No.
No, it's I hide all the good beer behind toilet paper and paper towels. I'm just kidding.
He's not though.
I'm not,
on
really.
YouTube, so now they're
Sorry,
gonna come.
That's fine. Now
Now
they
they're
know all
gonna
the
come.
good
Now
beer.
you know where to go get the
Yeah.
good beer.
Yep.
When we have Woodstock.
Sure. Whatever you want to grab.
All right, I was out of chat while that
Yeah, you
story
were out of the
went on.
chat.
Quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Jacob
Okay, so
Bradley
let's
on
go
that.
back.
Yes, so chicken egg laying. I'm gonna the boy mounts on top of the hen. The hen now has boy particles inside her. This is a good.
Let's call it what it is.
Okay,
All right.
semen.
The boy mates the girl. The girl now has sperm, and that sperm can live inside of a chicken for 2 weeks. And every egg she lays during those 2 weeks will be fertile.
That's it.
Ta-da!
That's how it works.
Anatomy lesson. It travels down the fallopian tube. Just kidding.
Okay, and then the eggs come out fertile. And then if they stay warm, how warm?
About 99.2 degrees or something.
For 21 days.
99.6. Yeah. Right? 99.6 is what we set the incubator
Something like that.
at?
99.6.
Yeah.
And
I use
like-
Celsius. Mine doesn't do perfect.
At like a perfect humidity.
Yeah, it has to have. So I mean, but if a hen sits on it, it's gonna happen.
Right.
So
Yep. When the goats scratch at the platform and the swing, that's whoa. I lost my question. Is that similar to when dogs scratch before they lie down? No, I don't think so.
oh, you mean paw?
Paw, yeah.
Yes,
The-
actually. When
Same
they're
as
pawing.
dogs? Oh,
when
not
they're-
the circle thing.
Yeah, when they're pawing at the ground. So like when Charlotte
Yes.
paws on the ground over there, she's like moving the hot dirt off of her area to get to the cooler dirt before laying down, because who wants to lay on a hot
Right.
bed when it's 100 degrees outside?
Right.
But on the platform,
They don't get it.
they don't understand that
That is-
that's not gonna do anything, but A+ for effort. So Julie asked if I send my bottles back to you, can you refill them, or is that against the rules?
Against the rules.
Highly against the rules,
throw them
but
out.
you can upcycle and use them for
Whatever you want.
dish soap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I know you sell Swanky sauce in some grocery stores. Is that specifically in Connecticut and now also available on Amazon? Best to get it directly from you.
So, if you're buying more than one bottle of Swanky sauce, it's the most, other than going to a local store, it's more cost effective to buy it directly from us. You can go to Amazon, but there's no discount by buying more than one. So that's why it's cheaper to go through our website. You could go to your local store. I think
That's Connecticut only, though.
no, Connecticut and Mass. I'm in Big Y and Mass.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So it's about 60 Big Ys and about 60 Stop and Shops. If you're around this area, you might know those. And it's Big Y and Mass. And unfortunately, when I moved our website from one platform to another, we lost the interactive map. So we don't have that anymore. But really, we're focusing on our website only. Hope Stop and Shop and Big Y aren't listening.
They're not.
Someday I may even get out of retail completely. It's a big...
Headache.
Oh, I was going to say pain in the ass, but
I was being more.
I said it because it really is. Retail's
Yeah. Well, that
hard.
goes to as a follow-up question that
Yeah.
Auntie Barb had was any consideration of putting in Swanky sauce in other grocery chains, for example, Kruger and Publix.
So let's go there. Kroger and Publix.
Kroger, sorry.
Yes, I would definitely do it if you know the right person to talk to. The problem with the grocery store business, if you don't know, and I'm just putting it out there, it's very political. You get one person's opinion to decide what goes on that shelf, and if they don't like Swanky sauce, I got a guy down the road here. He has 200 locations. He told me he didn't like Swanky sauce. He didn't put it on it. I've never had one person buy it and say they didn't like it. I mean, we have a 5-star rating. Like, I've never had a customer say they didn't like it. He didn't like it. So it's not on his 200 grocery
Taste
stores.
is subjective.
So exactly, taste is
And
subjective.
just because
so
you don't
I
like
would-
it doesn't mean that
You can't
your
So-
customers.
so
are,
when we
oh, we won't drink those. Sorry,
They won't. I would. Yeah.
they're too high in sugar.
Yeah. He brought out sugary drinks.
I won't drink that either. It's gross.
That he might drink.
No, she won't.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, I'll drink
I'm
any of
just
those.
saying facts.
Yeah.
I just went by the small fridge and
Oh, you went to the small fridge.
That's
Yeah,
why.
I remember.
You know why? Because
Ah.
all the drinks I
All the
won't
good
drink
stuff.
are in there.
All right,
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay. In that case, I'll go grab some lotion.
Yeah.
Sorry, unless you want one of those.
No, if
But,
you say I won't like it, I trust you.
Well, the
but-
Trulies you don't like.
could
and
try
the
it.
Oh, I
Seagrams-
don't like Trulies.
I told you.
They're having a
Well, I know, but I thought you might like it.
No, I don't like Trulies.
no.
Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
I
I'm trying to
like
answer.
those.
Still, thank you.
You'll like it.
Yes, I'd still be interested into talking to other retail. It's just, it's a political game is the problem. It's very, very political. And I had Stop and Shop ask me for $150,000 to get on all their shelves. That was not going to happen. So, all right, they're talking sugar drinks over there. Okay.
Alright, give me one of the other ones. I'll just drink this one now.
Yes, Chris West. Half-gallon mild did sell out. It should be back.
Did he fall?
No, it should be back in stock eventually, but we gotta make a whole nother run of all new, more glass bottles, it's all made at the same time. And right now I don't need more glass, so I gotta wait until, I'm thinking not to put an official date on it, but probably October it'll be back in stock, half gallon miles. We'll get through August and most of September, and then we'll make all new stuff in early October, and we'll have it back in stock again. That's the idea, at least.
Oh, Kathy said, why do the chickens cluck every time one lays an egg? Oh, we're spinning?
Are we buffering?
I was for a second.
Okay.
So that's called an egg song, and they do that. I mean, we joke about it that it's their celebration. Like, hey, that was hard. it's like giving birth every day. So they celebrate every day. Look, I did it again. But really, it's to, like, if they were in the wild, they would do an egg song. The boys actually are the ones that sing the egg song, and that's their way of causing a distraction over here towards them, while the girl and the next generation of chicks are safely tucked away over here. So it's it's like this, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Predator
Madness.
defense. Yeah, it's madness.
Madness.
When the
one
entire
starts,
coop
the
goes,
rest of them go.
the whole neighborhood can hear, oh yay, she laid an egg. And then that one chicken goes and does her egg song and nobody joins in and she feels left out.
I have one that just talks all day.
Thank you, Tracy.
All day.
What did Tracy
Tracy
say?
said she loves Swanky sauce.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I'd love to get into Wegmans. Wegmans has like 3,000 locations, but I've already tried. They don't return any calls. Yeah. Yes, I have thought about expanding Swanky sauce nationally. The problem is it goes back to the chicken or the egg. They won't talk to me directly. This is how bullshit it is. Oh, sorry. So you got the manufacturer that wants to make a product, and you got the customer that wants to buy it. That's the way our website works. We build it, you guys buy it. Nobody in the middle. Then when you get to retail, you have to go from manufacturer to distributor to retailer to customer, right? And Wegmans and Kroger's requires a food broker in the middle.
Sorry if you don't like it.
So now this is a lesson in business retail 101.
I zoned out.
It's
sorry.
actually 201. I bored them. So then you have to go, think about it. You have to go from manufacturer to food broker to distributor to retailer to buyer. That's 6 levels. You guys would pay $12 a bottle in retail because there's so many people in the middle that want their hand in the cookie jar. And it's just so hard to get in to those places. So hence the reason a lot of stuff goes direct to consumer now. Removes Tesla, sells direct to consumer for a reason. If you had to buy a Tesla through the distribution network, that car would be twice as much. You know, so because everybody wants their hands on the money.
Briefly, it's like, okay, people, start going into every Wegmans store
Yeah,
and request. That's how you
that's
get
actually
it.
funny you say that. There was a guy on Shark Tank that made it into Wegmans using the social media effect.
Yeah.
He made a
If enough people ask
he
for
made-
it, they will.
what's that stuff made out of garbanzo beans that you dip?
Hummus?
Hummus. He made a hummus that was
Look, we're practicing
nice
for
job
Pictionary.
for Pictionary. He was on Shark Tank. He made a hummus that was really good. Wegmans kept saying no to him, so his hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers, he had tons of them. He like made a PDF flyer and sent it to all of them. They all printed them out and went into Wegmans. It was like, I'm looking for this hummus. Do you guys carry it? And now Wegmans is saying no to 100,000 customers.
Well,
They started to carry it, and now he's $1 million company
That's
nationwide.
how
So
we
it-
got back into
it
Westchester
worked.
Marketplace.
Yeah, we
After they said
we did.
they didn't want to carry our product anymore.
Yep.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, the
I'll
owner.
just send all my Colchester friends in there.
Asking
and they,
for it.
And they did. They all went in, they asked for it, and we got back in.
Yeah, so it's so much easier direct to customer. And then I just listen to your guys' feedback. We want half-gallon mild. Okay, we'll make it half-gallon mild.
So Susan brought us right into our next talking point, which was
Ooh.
a House of Pie
House of
progress.
Pie.
So that brings me to actually my next topic. I didn't snore during your monologue.
No, I don't want to snore. I'm tired of building stuff. Just want to click a button and the farm show up.
I mean, we tried that,
You
but
can.
Could.
We can.
I know.
You want me to talk about what happened there? Remember transparency about House of Pie? Do you want me to go into the business financial side of the House of Pie conversation?
well, not yet.
Okay, you start.
I was gonna say, for those of you who are Patreon members, there is an in-detailed House of Pie update in the newsletter, which I just finally uploaded today. So I know there's an email that goes out when I do all of that. So check your emails. There's a new password. Get the password and check out the House of Pie update. We finished You're Ridiculous. We did the foundation.
Get it
Yep.
from your problem.
and you want to be completely transparent
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
the foundation. So the foundation cost us $1,200 to do. That was between labor and machine time, gas, and
The crushed
stone and the sand fill.
Yeah, about 20,000 pounds of sand.
Right.
It's
so,
a massive litter box.
Well, I just went out there. Nobody's pooping in it yet, but I do think I saw some deer print in it.
That could be true.
So that's done.
Yeah, you got like a 10-point block in your front yard.
I know.
Yeah, the front
Yeah.
yard. You should just take some shots. Anyway,
Yeah.
so then last weekend we had the first lumber guy come out and quote us what would the lumber cost. This is just the lumber because we're doing the labor
Yeah, oh yeah, this was
and we're recruiting Angie, Javier,
and half of them.
and half of you people. Like if you
Right.
want to drive up, I mean I got tent space.
Yeah.
But the labor, I mean the lumber alone
Yeah.
was about $9,500.
And I don't want to say, yeah, you could say lumber alone, but it was everything needed to build the structure other
Meaning-
than the interior.
Right, meaning
So,
the
like,
brackets and
Everything.
And,
the roofing material, we were actually doing pre-built trusses just like these in this barn were
Right.
done.
the nails.
Which the nails, the screws, everything needed to build the structure was $9,500. Which is okay if you put it in perspective. The barn we were going to order that we couldn't do from
Yeah.
Philly was
16.
$16,000,
Yeah.
and the one before that we got quoted by a place right down
Right
the
here in Connecticut.
right here in Connecticut was $30,000.
$30,000.
The exact same thing. Exact
It's the
same
exact same
design.
barn.
So 42 feet by 12 feet with a 12-foot overhang. Exact same design.
Wow.
30 something thousand. I want to say it was 32.
No, it was
30
like 29 and change.
Yeah, 29,000, something
plus
like that.
tax or something.
But that's like write a check and you do nothing. They
Yeah.
come in and
and
do
it's
everything.
the highest quality
Yeah.
horse level barn.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
It was all outfitted with interior with
Yeah, it was crazy.
cast iron dividers.
So then that's why we went to Philly and talked to somebody down there. We didn't go there, but somebody in Pennsylvania was able to do it for 15, 16. And then we were like, that's still too much. And now we're going to build it for 9. So that's where we're at. We're still trying to figure out.
I'm still looking in the couch.
Yeah, still picking up every couch cushion, trying to find that
That's
9
why I
grand.
got so upset yesterday when a quarter went missing in the barn, and I thought I pushed it into the paddock, and I had an earring moment.
An earring moment.
I know, check your earrings. Well, I thought I heard something metal, so I was like,
Well,
oh,
just
crap.
think about it. If everybody goes into Wegmans and asks for Swanky sauce, Wegmans will call me and then we can pour it out as a pie. It's like a whole.
How's that
That's
gonna
not going to
work?
happen. Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, one fly flaps its wings.
All right, Nancy, I'm going to give you a heads up. You should try plastic.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't see what.
You should try plastic, is what she said. I think she's thinking plastic for the bottle of Swanky sauce.
Oh, see, that goes against
That
our
goes against-
entire
No.
brand.
Yep.
So it's a high-end brand, right?
It's a
This
high-end
is not
product.
a Sweet Baby Ray's. It's not
Right.
even bone-sucking whatever they do,
They're in a
right?
glass
They're
mason
in a
jar.
glass mason jar.
That's a good sauce.
It's a good sauce.
It is a good one.
It's not a $2 sauce
Yeah,
in a
but they
plastic
sell about
squeezy
$4
thing.
something, $4.99,
Yeah.
$5.
No,
They're
it's-
pretty,
they're-
yeah, they're pretty up
They're
there.
up there.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, we can't go plastic. It would ruin the brand. The analogy I used to use there is if you're buying vodka in a plastic bottle, you're buying the wrong kind. Like,
Right? You'll never
you know,
find Grey Goose.
You got to go
or
up a couple
Belvedere.
levels to get the good stuff.
Yeah, and
it
it's all gonna come in a nice, fancy
Right.
bottle.
Yeah.
Plus, it's more eco-friendly to be glass. than-
Glass is
Yeah.
better than plastic. And logistically, I did test a plastic bottle because I almost went plastic for one customer, which I would do. Don't get me wrong. If somebody big like a BJ's Wholesale Club said,
You'd sell
we
out.
need to go to a 32 ounce all plastic, and they're going to buy it specific with a
Well, I mean, our
spec-
half-gallon jug is
Yeah, of course.
plastic.
That's a commercial jug. It
I
was
know.
supposed to be restaurants only until super fans started buying it.
Mary.
But I actually used to make 1 gallon jugs. That's what these guys don't know.
Yeah.
I used to make 1 gallons, and then I went down to the half gallon because super fans were asking for it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay plastic in the half gallons, glass in the
That brings me kind of to my next talking point too.
Yes.
Was the new feature on our website.
Okay, keep going.
The
one I just
subscription.
talked about that's not there yet? Oh. Okay.
Why would I talk about that?
I don't know,
What
because
was
we tell
that?
these people everything.
What was the new feature we
I'll
haven't
tell
done
them in
yet?
a minute. Keep going.
Okay, anyway, the feature that actually does exist and you can use it right now is
Yes, you're right.
on two things. Store-wide, we have a subscription-based reordering system. So say you love Swanky sauce and you go through 2 bottles a month, you can sign up on our website for us to ship you 2 bottles a month, and it's just a reoccurring thing, kind of like Amazon Prime does it, right? They have
Right,
a
you can do a
subscription.
reoccurring, like, I need
Like
paper
a
towels
subscribe
shipped
and
every
save.
4 months.
Subscribe and save.
Yeah, and ours is saved. You do save
You
a
do
percentage.
save, right? So obviously the more you sign up for to buy, the less the product is going to cost than if you would just bought one.
We had a customer, I don't know who it was, who used to buy half-gallon mild.
Right.
And because we're sold out, they signed up for a ship me 2 bottles of mild every
I
month.
think that was Candy.
Might have
She's-
been Candy,
Yeah.
yeah.
She went through
We're
the
not supposed to tell
half-gallon.
people what other customers buy.
Oh,
That's
is that
like a
custom?
doctor-patient confidentiality.
Sorry, Candy.
Yeah. Sorry, Candy, super fan.
So she was.
Yeah.
So one of them was saying like they put it on their Chick-fil-A and everything. I was like,
Somebody
hey,
just
that's,
said,
that's one level up on the Swanky Addict.
so that's another option to get into restaurants. I've tried that one too.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, look, Charlie's in the barn.
Our indoor cat's in the barn. Oh, and he
That
got
one
scared.
nearly killed me.
Somebody said they brushed Swanky sauce on a crab stuffed mushroom. I said, I think that's what it said.
Crab stuffed.
I think that
Mushroom.
it sounded.
It
Sorry.
sounded good until the mushroom part.
And for the fact that
I
the
don't
crab
like
would
mushroom.
kill you, but
No, I've had crab, and
that's true. You could kind of.
Look, it's weird. That allergy's weird. Give me an oyster, I'll die. Mussel, die. Shrimp, fine. Crab, fine. Lobster, die. I mean, it's weird.
And I'd be scared to eat.
But it's only in that family.
Like rolling the dice.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Or a crapshoot. I don't know.
Or
Or both. Okay, so we have some silly questions.
Yeah.
So, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
No idea.
Okay, follow-up question. Why'd the chicken cross the road?
To get Swanky sauce.
Oh.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think they should have been getting some lotion for their feet.
Yes. Hey. Hey.
Don't hiss at the dog. You're
Stop
in her
it.
barn.
Yeah. So yes, if the eggs were collected sooner, they wouldn't be chickens, but they'd still be fertile.
Yeah.
The egg comes out fertile.
And honestly, unless you are very good at recognizing a fertile egg versus an unfertile egg, you've probably all eaten a fertile egg at one point in your life.
Possibly.
If you eat eggs. Even some grocery store eggs, like the eggs
Stella.
that you're getting at
Hey.
the eggs that you're getting at like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, they're fertile.
Yep.
Just so you know. We've had people go to Trader Joe's and hatch them, like in an incubator. And it works.
From the grocery store?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like leghorns.
Which is silly.
But
They-
it can still work.
It's suspended.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah. It's not. You're probably
I
not
won't
going to get a good.
recommend it.
You're
But
probably
it's
not going
been
to get a
done.
good hatch rate, but somebody's done it.
No, but the chicks ended up hatching out as leghorns because that's what they use for laying birds at hatcheries.
We should do that YouTube video. You know how the guy bought like $50,000 worth of scratch off tickets?
Yeah.
We'll go buy a bunch of eggs from different grocery stores
Yeah.
and see which one passes.
Which ones are fertile?
Oh, that's a good one.
And
Write
call
it
them
down.
out. Walmart and Trader
That's
Joe's
over
and
$1.50 for 4 dozen.
And look, I just outfitted my backyard with. I turned $1.50 into my own endless supply of eggs. Stella, can you like close that sliding door?
I'm going to answer a weird question that just came through about our kids being healthy and ready to go back to school. Whether they're ready to go back to school,
Oh, they're
or not,
going.
they're going.
Whether
Yes.
they're ready or
That is-
not.
they're going.
Ready or not, here they come.
I'm about to open school early just to send them.
Do you remember that one day it snowed and I was like, yeah, I'm going to disagree.
Yeah, they
They're
should
going.
go. Yeah. They
I'm
can
sending
be-
them anywhere, they're fine.
The janitor can keep an eye on them. He's there.
I don't want to deal with it.
He doesn't take snow days. But I would say that goes back to farm immunity. Our kids are usually pretty healthy. Like, you know, it's living around a bunch of poop keeps you healthy.
There was a study that was just done.
Yes, there was. I saw that post.
Legitimately proven that farm kids are healthier than normal kids, I'll say.
Oh.
Non-farm kids.
Normal goods.
Super fans.
So Nancy, back to the plastic bottle. We're back there again. Might be cheaper. Yes, cheaper to ship, less breakage, but
Cheaper's
the
not
only-
always better for business.
Correct. And getting a label to stick to a hot plastic bottle because the barbecue sauce is filled hot at 180 degrees is logistically difficult. Again, for small timers like us, you go to massive commercial Sweet Baby Ray type operations, they could do it because the product they're putting in the bottle is so crap, they don't care what's going on, right? We are kind of protected because we've got honey in there and stuff like that, so it just makes it. Plastic bottle, we've looked at it.
Stella, you're making other people's dogs bark. You
Stella,
gotta
stop making everybody bark.
Erin makes other people's Amazons turn on and
Yeah.
purchase things, and she's making other dogs bark. So Jan V asked, how did you know the goats would love animal crackers?
Oh, yes.
Remember when we got
When we got
which one?
Amy. I think it was Amy.
Amy and Cassie?
It might have been Amy and Cassie or the second round.
I think it was Amy and Cassie. So we
Yeah.
got the first Toggenbergs, Cassandra, or we called her Cassie, and Amy and Danica's mom. We didn't own Danica at the time. But we got Amy and Cassie at the same time, and her breeder was like, yeah, so if you want to get them to be all buddy-buddy with you, just give them a couple animal crackers every once in a while. Can you kick him, like, do something with him? Because he's literally doing this to her. She's following.
Yeah.
So now it's just Q&A. Oh my goodness.
Raggedy Ann is back.
Where?
I just saw her down there somewhere at around 9:38. I just saw Raggedy Ann pop in.
What?
Yep.
Where have you been?
Yep. She's been lurking, hanging out in the rafters.
Well, you shouldn't be hanging out up there. There's cobwebs, there's spiders. You should come down. Say hi. I'm back up to why did the chicken cross the road?
Plastic instead of wood. Plastic. I'm not sure what she means by that. Plastic
It was a
instead of wood.
misunderstanding.
Okay.
We corrected it in the chat.
Okay. I thought she was talking about the barn itself, the house
Yeah,
of pie.
that's the thing.
Oh,
She
yeah.
thought somebody else said that, and then she
Got
said,
it,
"Oh
got
no,
it, got
I
it.
get it."
Well, I thought, like, this barn's not wood, it's metal
It's metal.
siding. But we're not the yes.
Oh,
No.
look who's
Look
back.
who's back! They were talking about
Jake's
you.
back from camp.
Yep.
Why don't you tell him how camp was?
It was okay.
It was okay. What was your
that's
favorite
funny,
part
I don't
about
even see
camp,
him
though?
here.
What was your favorite part about camp?
Talking.
Talking.
To girls.
And Bradley and all my other friends.
Yeah.
I heard there were like 300 kids there.
Yeah. I didn't talk to every single
You
one.
didn't talk to them all?
No, there wasn't.
How many of them do you remember their names? Ready? Go. I'm just kidding.
Three.
Okay, 3.
Oh no.
Hey, that's like 1%. That's not bad. Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite food at camp?
No,
Honey buns.
No.
Did you eat all those honey buns?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did look a little chunkier.
No,
I'm
I
just
gave one to
kidding.
Bradley. I gave one to Bradley.
Everybody's saying hi, Jake.
Everybody's saying hi.
Look. Hi, Drake.
Where are we? Oh wow, way down there where it says hi,
Way
Jake,
down
a
there.
whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, it's really going.
Oh yeah, it is.
Do you have a question for them?
No.
No.
No, he does.
He does.
Can I
You-
have my Xbox?
Can I have my X? Hey, can he have his Xbox back?
Oh yeah, let's let them decide.
Let's let them decide.
There's a poll.
There's
We're
a poll.
taking
It's
polls.
been about an hour.
Raise your hand if you think Jake should get his Xbox back.
I don't think they could see that.
Well, they'd have to
Oh.
put a
About
thumbs
30
up
seconds.
emoji
Or a thumbs up emoji.
thumbs down.
No,
like-
there's a lady. There's an emoji, a lady emoji with
Oh,
her
yeah, she
hand
was like
raised.
that.
Oh, with her hand
Yeah.
raised.
You
Yep.
just have to wait because there's a 20-second delay.
Yeah, it's gonna take them 20 seconds. Yep. Should we tell Jake about how he didn't collect the eggs and now what we have in the barn?
Oh, you should go take a look in the rabbit tree.
I don't think he knows
Why?
yet.
Well, so before you left,
Here, talk to the child.
you kind of forgot to collect eggs.
I don't. Okay.
Okay, so do you know what happens when you forget to collect eggs?
Yeah, we make chickens.
They make chicks.
So we made a bunch of tricks.
You made a bunch of chicks.
That's my job.
That's his job. You're right. You wanted a silky chick job.
did.
You made
Guess
10 of
what?
them. Oh, Christine said nope.
Everybody else is saying yes.
Chris said no. Christine was like, well, why did he lose it? He rages on that thing. Like, he gets so upset on the game.
5, 6, 7.
No, he gets so upset on the game that he yells.
So he needed a break.
So he needed a much needed break. So look, Jake, look what you made. You know, you're happy about this?
Yeah.
They're gonna live in your bed and they're gonna poop and pee there.
We're gonna put baby chicks in Jake's bed. No, I'm just kidding.
Here.
Can they even see?
Congratulations, Jake.
Congratulations, you're a dad.
You're a dad. You're a
the
chick.
father.
You're a chicken dad. Yeah.
Oh, I love your flip flops. Oh, I'm sorry. They're called slides.
Yeah, they're called.
What? Why did they get called that?
Who knows? Some kid somewhere. See another
They're
one.
called slides.
I call them sandals.
See, I call them flip flops, but I guess the flip flops are the ones that go between your
Yeah.
toes, not the ones you slide your foot in.
See more little chicky
Why don't
chickies.
you call it soccer
Chicky
slide?
chickies.
Slide your foot.
No,
Yep.
you gotta pull
Yep.
them on.
Yep. And the dad's right over there.
Yeah,
Yep.
I see the
Okay.
resemblance.
Dad, you have to go and sell all your babies now. 'Cause
Okay.
They're not staying here.
$20 each.
$20 each.
Times 10?
Times 10.
You didn't do shit for that. Just kidding. I mean, you did. You forgot to collect eggs, which is
To
your
be honest,
first
it's not much
job.
for a chicken. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a lot for a chick.
Really?
Y'all.
Always $1.50 for a little baby chicken that's that cute. Think about it.
I am. It's ridiculous. Time is it?
It's 9:51. And Andrew's sleeping.
I would not know.
Was he sleeping
No.
earlier today?
No.
Oh, by the way, do you want to do cross country? Because they're doing.
Yeah, I'll do something.
Okay, I'm gonna email.
What is this? Live family meeting on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Well, I mean,
They started
It's
running
all
this morning.
family.
Yeah.
They started doing their practice runs this morning. Well, you wouldn't be able to start till next
I'm not
week.
doing it till the school year starts.
Yeah.
But it's already started.
Well, these are the voluntary
They're
ones.
voluntary.
Yeah, but
So
still.
it's a good idea. Anyway, after you come back from Grandpa Meme's house,
All right.
you can do some practice runs.
And when our
Sorry.
Q&A is over, I'll get you your Xbox back.
And when is that over?
When we're done.
When?
I don't know. Not much
We
longer.
started late, so we're gonna
You've
finish
got other
late.
stuff. Your phone and the computer and all that fun stuff.
Go play Roblox.
Buddy,
It's getting boring.
Okay,
Okay.
so sorry, I'm busy.
we're busy.
Bye.
See ya.
Love you.
Yep.
Love you so much.
Yep.
No, what is it? Love you long time.
That's messed up. Just saying.
Would it be possible to sell Swanky sauce and goat milk lotion in Canada? Preferably on the East Coast. So, we ship to Canada.
We do ship to Canada.
But to actually work and export out of this country and import there with a
Remember when we
distributor.
said we wanted to do most of our stuff on our website because
Yeah.
it's too hard to sell in
Yeah.
grocery stores?
Yeah, we
I would
stay
think
there.
customs would be even worse than
Yeah.
Canada customs are insane.
Yeah.
Stop and Shop. Like,
Yeah. So no, not really.
what kind of birds are the ones that fly in and out of the barn by the inside cam?
Annoying.
Those. Would you knock it
Barn
off?
swallows.
They're just barn swallows. Barn swallows, I don't know. Ones that cheep and lay eggs.
Fly at your head.
There's a fly in my head?
No, that fly at your head.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's a way to make me look like an idiot.
Oh, Auntie Barb is correct.
What?
Sometimes rising the price actually draws customers in.
Right.
Yep, Swanky sauce now $100 per bottle. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
That's awful.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
One
Although you
million.
do get, did you ever announce that?
What now? $1 million Swanky sauce?
$1 million.
What?
Like that.
No.
I will sign it and send
No.
it to you. $1 million. I'm still waiting for Sadie,
Oh my
Sadie
God,
Licious
you
to
see
send
that?
me. No,
It
what?
was lightning.
Lighting. Better
Like
not be
heat
rain.
lightning?
I just saw a flash. So I didn't see the bolt.
It's probably heat lightning. Isn't that funny? Because you said, "Oh, I've never seen me up here. I'm like, I
I've never
see
seen
it all
it.
the time. You're just sleeping right now.
This is true.
Well, why would I be outside this late? The mosquitoes would just eat me alive.
It's because you're not a farmer doing a Q&A on YouTube.
I
By the way, the
actually
day
am.
after Q&As, I'm covered in mosquito bites.
Yeah.
It's awful. I'm like,
I think Rod is asking how the boots worked out for me, the ones I gorilla glued back together. Maybe he watched an old Simon Says Farms video. I'm not sure. How'd the boots work out for you? It's gotta be what it was. It only worked for like another week, and then it fell off.
Anyway, I was gonna say, Moo is running a promotion on our website right now.
Okay.
Orders over $35
Oh, yeah,
get
30
free shipping.
Yep.
She's really stepped up her marketing game this year, people.
Yeah, Moo.
She didn't give us babies. She's not doing milk, so she went to business school and started
Moo is on everything.
marketing. She's like head of the marketing department.
Yeah. Moo,
She's
what's
put
next?
herself on every ad.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna plaster my face all over this thing.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear that, $35 or more free shipping on all orders. Under that, $7 flat rate shipping. Yeah.
Oh,
And that's
Angie, you have a question.
continental US
You.
only.
Yeah. How is Luna doing?
That in the
Wait for Simon Says Saturday.
Oh yeah, wait for a Luna update for Simon Says Saturday.
She's doing pretty well. She'd be
Yep.
Someone's asking if Thunder can get Greta pregnant.
Well, see, that's what we're worried about.
Yes, we're a little concerned.
So, the girls, he might be fertile. He might not even know how to really work his magic yet. But he sure is practicing. But Greta and the other girls won't start coming into heat until hopefully next month at the earliest. So if they can just not come into heat for the next, what are we on? Like 12 days, then we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
12 days, we got to get through 12 days. So if I see that she starts going into heat,
We'll just separate Thunder, put
I'm
him in
gonna
his own
have to
pen.
separate the boys,
Yeah, well, Thunder and the other two.
Thunder, Bentley, Tango.
Yeah, we'll put them in their own pen,
Yeah.
and they'll just stay inside.
And they won't be happy, but
But
I don't want to keep them inside because it's too hot. They need to run around. They need to be with other goats, and I hate when he chases Greta,
right.
but I mean, what are you gonna do? Oh, the batteries for the camera. We're using it right now.
Oh, we're actually using that new battery right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This camera's sitting on that new battery right now and not plugged in at all. So that is the extended, it's working this time. Last time we went to use it, it crashed on me, but I think that was
He
just
didn't
because
charge it fully.
I didn't charge it enough.
He was
Yeah.
too excited to use it, so he did whatever charge was on it from shipping, and it
Yeah.
couldn't. Anyway, I saw Raggedy Ann. Sorry, I see Paula too. He is persistent. Raggedy Ann says, "I'm so excited for fall lotion scents,
Oh, coming soon.
and we are going to release those on September 1st." So
Oh, wait a second.
yeah,
September 1st?
we have to make them. What? This is the face I get
So
every
are you
time I
not
say
gonna
it's
be
time
home?
to do something.
No, September 1st is fine. We have to produce all those scents between now and September 1st.
Yes, we're gonna do
And
it.
I just tore apart the whole lotion room with the whole popcorn
Finish
ceiling.
up.
So finish up, right? Like get to work.
Come
Get it
on.
done.
Yeah,
That and
get it
House of
done.
Pine. Let's go. Chop chop.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, lazy bum?
Day job. That's what's wrong with me. Don't get me wrong, boss, if you're watching. I love my day job. It's just in my way right now.
It's just
That's
my
it.
way.
It's just kind of in the way. If I could do this 24/7, House of Pie, yeah,
Oh, see?
the greenhouse would have been done. I mean, that's kind of what it goes back to.
No.
Yes.
We just would have had more projects. I would have.
Yeah, that's true. I would have painted the deck too. But I hired somebody to paint today.
No,
so
we would
that
have
was
had a
fun.
gate so that people wouldn't come
Oh,
down
yeah.
our driveway again.
We had
Please
a
don't
just
come
we're
down
gonna
my
know.
driveway.
Yes, we had a random follower. Don't
If
think
you're
it was-
watching, like, I love you, I love your enthusiasm, but don't come to my house.
Yeah, don't come to my house down my driveway wanting to pet our goats. That's not how this works. If that
Stay up at the top of the driveway.
if that
like-
continues to work, yeah, we'll go back to Simon Says Saturday only.
That's not
And we
fair
don't want
to
to
the
do that.
people who are
We don't want to do
definitely
that.
not.
So, yeah, don't pull down my driveway saying you want to come in the barn and pet my goats. Speaking of that, we were just talking about it this morning.
We talk about a lot of things.
We did the goat snuggles back when the goats were little. We only have about 1 month left of milking, the month of August, and then we start drying them up for September.
Yep.
So we might start booking on our website a couple, basically come hang out in the barn during barn chores and milk a goat, and kind of your own live
Like personal
in-person Q&A with like 5 to 10 people. or
And
something.
Stella.
And Stella, right, yeah.
Who doesn't want to meet Stella?
So that event might be populating on our website soon. Once we get it, we'll send it out to the mods and they can let people know that coming soon. You know, it'd either be 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., depending on which way we do it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hey,
we'll even make cheese. I don't know.
Nellie's heading off to bed and has a
Good
question.
night, Nellie.
Where is Brenda? So Brenda has extended family visiting from Germany. So
Yes.
she is off entertaining
We
them and having a
kicked her
really
out.
great time. And like rule number 1 when you're a moderator is you cannot let moderating get in the way of your family time. So she is off having a well-deserved time with her nephew and her husband. So I think she'll be popping in throughout the week, but we've she signed up for vacation time and we gave it to her. So
Yeah, she signed up. She put in a request.
She put in a
for
request.
time off.
yep, she's like, hey, I got something coming up, and I was like, well, I guess I'll get 2 new moderators, and so
Yeah.
you can have a break. Just
Yeah.
kidding, we needed 2 new moderators anyway. Oh, by the way, welcome Tina, who's sleeping, and Christine to the Simon Says Farms moderator crew. They're doing an awesome job. This is only like their 3rd day, and Christine has been tested on goats every day.
Yes.
So far, she's doing pretty good.
She's doing pretty good.
I mean, she's doing better than you.
She is. Yeah.
She is.
Yep.
She knows, Oh, see, Raggedy Ann's checking in on us. She might not be here, but she's here. You know
Oh,
what I
Chris
mean?
West sent Quinn the watch.
Yes.
We couldn't find the name on the
I
package.
know. Well, I was in chat the morning. Yesterday morning he came out
Yeah.
wearing it.
He actually
She
wanted to wear that watch
noticed-
and his other watch at the
At the
same
time, 2 watches. Well,
We
because
told him
one's
that.
digital and one's not, and he's having a hard time learning the hands.
Right.
Because I don't know that they learn that till like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So he's learning it now.
Yeah, he liked his watch. I just didn't
Sorry,
see
I got
Chris's name on the package, so I
It
didn't
wasn't on the package, but
Got it.
she noticed he was wearing it and said something during morning chores, and I was like, "Oh my God, Chris, that was you!" We
So you
didn't know.
told Raggedy Ann about the lotions coming out. We are not doing any pre-sales,
No, we're not doing any
pre-orders.
pre-orders.
We're just gonna go live on September 1st.
Right. Everybody who's already signed up for Lotion of the Month Club,
You're all set.
You're all set. You'll get
You
whatever it
you
says.
could sit back and relax and
yeah.
not worry.
Don't worry about us selling out before, like
Yep.
we did with Butt Naked.
Yep.
This month is Black Raspberry Vanilla, so if you want to sign up this month because you love that scent, get in before it gets sold out. Because
And then you're locked in for every
You're-
lotion for the month. For
well,
the
I mean, you
year.
can cancel it anytime.
You could cancel it.
But yes, you can take a look and be like, "Ooh, Christmas is coming, and I can give this to that person and not to that person, and keep the rest for myself." Because that's what I would.
Yeah.
Um,
No, the lotion room is not the greenhouse. It's actually priority. The greenhouse isn't.
So grams 4 and 11.
I missed
She
it.
asked, "Will you have Butt Naked lotion again next summer? Did not have extra funds this time to get any before we sold out."
Butt Naked was so popular, I'm almost certain it will come back. But there's a long time between now and next
There's
summer.
a long time, and so with the way these lotion scents come around, I have all the scents booked out through spring of next year. So I know exactly what scents I'm launching until I want to say March of next year. So spring next year, I don't know. Spring is done. summer of next year. I'm not sure. If something else comes up that sounds good, I might tweak. The whole
Yeah.
idea is to get different scents in.
Right.
But Butt Naked was really popular and was delicious.
What are our 3 summer ones?
Lilac
Butt Naked, Lilac,
and black raspberry vanilla.
I think Butt Naked was the most popular out of all 3 of them.
Lilac was, but
Lilac
that's
was too. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
The only reason we're not sold out of Lilac and Butt Naked is because I accidentally made a second run of Lilac.
So we have
So
plenty
we
of
still
Lilac.
have Lilac. Miss B, if I knew why he was doing this,
Okay, what's
I
going
would
on?
be a millionaire. Since Thunder is so close to Moo, why doesn't he chase Moo around to mate with her?
Yeah.
Probably because he looks at Moo like you're my mom. Notice he's not doing it to his mom, Rainey, either.
Yeah.
He's doing it to Greta. I don't know, he's got a crush on Greta.
Yeah, he likes her.
Lid, if I missed your question, let me scroll back and see if I can find
I
it.
saw the word rude pop up a couple times. I don't know what happened.
That was
Oh.
in response to the people pulling down
Yeah.
the driveway.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That goes back to our $9,000 gate project we wanted to put in. That never happened.
That's
Yeah.
typical Buck sounds. He's talking to Greta.
Greta.
That's Thunder.
That is Thunder?
100%. Hey Lid, I scrolled back. I can't find your question. So if you wouldn't mind just putting it back in. Oh no, she's leaving.
If anybody saw Lid's question, throw it back at the bottom. If,
Hey Cheryl, off the top of my head, I can give you a quick description of what Butt Naked smells like, but there is a written description on the website that would give you a more, like, a better, clear description of what it is. So it's a tropical scent. I would say it has tones of like pineapple and coconut, but it's not like suntan lotion smell, if that makes sense. What would you describe it as?
Like a fruit. It would
Like
be
a fruity,
a fruity
tropical
Yeah.
smell.
Yep.
It's really nice.
It's one of my favorites.
It's not overpowering in the coconut department because I'm not a huge fan of that
Yeah.
suntan lotion smell. What is that suntan lotion that smells like coconuts?
Tropicana.
Yeah. It's not a Tropicana smell.
Yeah.
It's a nice smell. Maybe a little citrusy in there.
Maybe a smidge.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. But like I said, if you go to the website and under the actual product, Butt Naked fragrance, it will have a whole write-up of exactly what notes of this and
right.
I don't know. Big boy noises. So I think at 10 o'clock I'm done.
Yeah, I scrolled
I'm
over.
done. If you have any last minute questions, pop them in.
My dog loves Butt Naked.
So that's
That was funny.
kind of a very common thing people tell us is that their animals like licking the lotion off of them.
That's
There's nothing in it that would harm them. But I do find it funny that the animals are loving the lotion. Greta loves, not Greta, Genevieve loves lilac lotion.
Huh.
That picture I put on Facebook, I think last week or the week before, of
Yeah.
Greta doing her lip curl thing, I was wearing lilac lotion and she took one smell of me and was like, oh my god, you're amazing. Oh, by the way, I need to floss. She does. Her teeth are. I'm like, girlfriend, it's just hay. Doesn't that rub the tartar right off?
You think?
Apparently not. Thunder likes a bunch of ladies.
So the other update I was about to do to the website, but this could take a very long time. Actually, probably not too long.
What's that?
Is the affiliate program. So what that means
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier.
is all of you out there in YouTube world that like our products so much, when you share the link with your friends and family, everybody would have their own individual link. And then when you share it with your friends and family, my reporting will show me how much your friends and family have bought and then a percentage will go back to you. So in other words, you get paid like a sales rep, pretty much. A certain percentage. So if you got like a lot of friends at the office and you brought in a thing of lotion and all your friends want to buy it now, you get a little percentage back. So it's like a little thank you for sending those people our way. So I'm working on it now, but it's a lot of automation, so I don't have to use Excel spreadsheets and a bunch of, and you might even get paid in store credit, so you could buy all your stuff based on what your friends are buying. So
Kind of like how Tupperware does it.
kind of, sort of, yeah,
Sort of, maybe. Okay.
yeah. So that's coming soon. That's the next.
Jan asked, will there ever be fragrances like fresh mowed lawn, chocolate, etc.? We do actually have a winter scent coming up that is in the chocolate.
Yeah, we have a chocolate variety coming up.
Yeah.
Fresh mowed lawn, no, it didn't make the cut in the men's collection. When we were smelling the men's collection, it didn't make it.
When we do the sniff test, right?
Yeah.
Like testing all these fragrances, I smell it and I'm like, if I wouldn't wear it, I'm not gonna sell it.
Yeah. But you also took a lot of, I think we had 8 different people smell all those, and we calculated which one was the most fan
For the
favorites
men's.
and all
For
that,
the
right?
men's. Yeah, that's all fresh. I guess. I mean, fresh mowed grass. I think I
Yeah.
do a lot of mowing. I don't like the smell.
Tobacco bay leaf came out better than that one, and so did oatmeal
Tobacco-
stout
That was
and all that.
surprising.
Tobacco bay leaf was a huge surprise because I looked at the name and I was like, nope, not gonna like that one. But then I smelled it and I was like,
It's good.
oh, that is
Very
not what I
herby,
was.
very fresh.
It
It's a
was
good one.
warmer than I thought it was gonna
Right.
be, and not so harsh. Yeah, I was
Is
expecting
he
it to-
chasing her all
Yeah.
night right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but 2 of them are.
Yeah.
Another brown one.
That
Yeah, I
one.
don't remember which one.
She
He's
just
not
has
the
to start
shaggy one,
headbutting her.
He's the other one now.
Oh, the fresh smell after a storm. Try Kentish rain.
Kentish rain
Oh,
is
yeah.
what that
Fre-
is.
Yeah.
Kentish rain is
It's just that.
essentially that fresh smell
Yep.
after
Yep.
a storm.
Yep. Greta's just got to start bopping them in the head, headbutting
She
them.
did earlier.
Yep.
Oh, when will you muck out the barn?
Oh, that's a good question. We're testing different theories here, and live on YouTube. We tried everything from
So when you had a lot of work going on,
yeah.
and it was just me and the boys
Uh-huh.
doing the barn, what, 2 days in?
You were done.
I was
You're
like, I'm not doing it.
No,
It's too much. Plus it was wicked hot, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this sucks.
yeah.
So we had to find a different way. And
Plus,
said
they
we're
were
gonna-
actually wasting more hay.
I think they were.
Yeah. At least now they pick on it a little bit, and we'll have to either muck it out soon, or spread hay again.
I don't know.
One of the two. We're kind of halfway in between. So, we're not sure. We'll start the deep litter method again come October.
Yeah.
October, November time
As
frame.
long as Greta is running from the boys, we're fine.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't want
She starts
Greta.
getting interested.
Yeah, if Greta starts looking interested, and stands still and like backs her butt up to the boy, we got problems.
Yeah, that's a part.
Like
that's a bad
that's something I want you to
Yeah.
text the moderator.
And if you think about it, once we turn the lights off and we all get out of
they'll
here,
settle down.
everybody will settle down. Yeah.
That's what she needs to do is lay down.
She needs to go lay down under the hay feeder or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's surrounded by boys.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
She's a favorite.
Oh goodness. Hey mom.
Hey, Mom. What?
my
Oh.
mom's on. When does the round bale feeder return?
So
Never.
Never. No, it'll return maybe eventually, possibly. I guess not.
No, so we put the round bales in last year,
Yep.
tried it for the first time, and then Poppy got sick, and then we noticed that the weights of our babies severely declined. They were all very small for not a very good reason. Like, why? Why were they all so little? And the only thing I can think of is that hay feeder wasn't allowing them to eat as much hay as they wanted or needed to grow these babies. So no, I'm not going to try the round bale feeder. in the way that we had it set up in what we built it out
But
of.
that's the part I was waiting for. It needs an adjustment. So there's a brace in the middle of the round bale feeder that we put there for support, but that support now acted like about a 3-inch gap between the metal outside ring and the bale of hay itself. So the bale of hay was held up and the girls couldn't get to it. So I gotta take that brace out. And if I take that brace out, hopefully the metal will hold the hay and the girls will be able to get to the hay. Plus we had one girl's head get stuck. But the babies are all big enough now, that's not an issue. It's
The other thing
back
I
to,
didn't like was,
can they get enough hay?
well, can they get enough hay? But the other thing I didn't like was that they were rubbing the bridges of their noses, and then they looked awful.
But that goes back to the hay being 3 inches away from the metal. If we use new square bales and drop half the square bale in the round feeder and not have that brace in the way, I think it could work. Because we have the attachment to lift the square bales, dump it in the feed. I think it could all work. We're looking into ideas. Because throwing these flakes of hay, it's
Not fun either.
It's not so fun.
The thing is nothing is fun when you're sweaty.
Yes.
So
good
like
point.
everything sticks to
I like
you.
the winter better.
Yeah, but you know what? We start bitching about the winter too.
Yeah, I could deal
When
with
it's
the winter.
cold, no, everything gets harder when it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle, we actually did think about dividing the L with the
Yeah.
with the fencing, the temporary fencing that we
Right.
no, Greta, it's not unimaginable that Greta could go into heat in August.
Right. It's possible. We might reassess in the next day or two and decide whether or
The
not.
problem is our vet's on vacation. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Shoot, you guys didn't hear that. When I tell them that, that means somebody's gonna get sick. They're gonna try to get up and die because that's what they do when the vet's on vacation.
Uh-oh.
What?
Auntie Barb said, I hate to tell you,
I know,
but
I
Greta
saw that.
has let Thunder love on her.
Her tail's down low.
She probably just got tired and gave up. Yes, we see the middle of the night chasing and during the day chasing, and I don't love it. I don't love
No.
it at all.
No.
I really would feel more comfortable if these boys could get castrated, and I really wanted them castrated before she went on vacation, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
She booked us out to the 15th, first thing on the 15th, but we're booked out, and there's nothing I can do about it now.
Nope, other than separating the pen.
Other
Which,
than that. But then,
I'm
then
too
they
busy.
get stuck.
I'm,
They get stuck inside.
oh well. I don't know. We're thinking. We're contemplating. It's on our mind. Yeah.
Jan makes a valid point too.
What?
Maybe just by him giving her that attention and smelling the way he's gonna be smelling,
Right, could put her
it
into heat.
could bring everybody into an
Yeah.
early heat.
Yep, it could. The other option we have, which we've never mentioned to you guys, is we could put all 3 of those boys in our red barn out back, which is a good size for 3 boys for a week. They
It
could
can
live.
just get hot.
They could live in there, no problem. We would take one of these fans. We can put it out there. We could put a bucket of water. They have hay, all that. They could live in that red barn. They don't get to go outside, but it's a week.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another option. We've been talking about it to try to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other option is put them in the paddock on the other side, but they have nowhere to hide from the sun. So that's
The
a death
sun,
wish.
the bobcats,
Right.
the coyotes.
Right. There's no
Nope.
building.
Random
We
thunderstorms.
go back a couple of Simon Says Saturday. We crushed the building.
Yeah. That's not an option anymore.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I think we're done.
I'm good.
Yep. I'm sweating.
Still sweating.
He's mounting her right now. Oh, well, I'm on a delay, so I missed it. Yep. All right, we'll be packing up all your orders tomorrow and shipping them out for Monday. Yep. That's it, right?
I'm
That's,
going to bed.
you're going to bed?
Yeah.
I'm going to paint or something.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Stella already went to bed. You're not going to paint.
I
You're going to
might.
bed too, let's be honest.
I might go to paint.
Transparency. He's
I don't
sleeping
know.
before me most nights.
Not true at all. Ever.
No, he just won't admit it because his phone is still up in his face while his eyes are closed and he's snoring.
Oh, Javier does that too on the
Yeah.
couch. He's like this, and his eyes are closed, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is he sleeping
He
with
is.
his phone like this?
Yeah, his mouth gaping open, catching flies.
The worst is when you're like this
And you
and then you
drop
drop
it.
it on your face.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you were like texting and you fell asleep and
You're Facebook scrolling.
yep. Yep.
I've looked over several
All right.
times and seen
Good night. Oh.
Guten Tag.
All right, you guys are going for a ride.
Hold on. Buckle up.
Stella.
Oh, you know they want to see everything. Moo Moo.
Yeah.
They want
The
to see.
chicks.
They already saw the chicks. I've already brought them out. Who's over here? Anybody over here? Hmm?
For real.
She getting chased right now?
Well,
I mean, not.
It's like, hey, I see an ass.
That's gonna kick your butt.
Yeah.
And I come eat next to you, girl. Oh, look, it's right in the middle.
Moo Moo, his
Look at him.
first love, and Greta, his new love.
Oh my god. He's like holding up my
I
heart.
was like, I love you. I love you so much. Don't you
Harper,
love
why
me?
are they all leaving you alone?
Because she's a baby still.
She's not a baby still.
She is. Hi, Moo. Gorgeous pig. Moo Moo, I was doing some color genetics to see if it was even possible for us to ever get a baby that looks like you. And I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. You would think
Can you stop chewing on the tripod?
she's a chewer.
Yep. Stella, what are you doing? I wonder if I can. No. Ugh.
She's about like 2 years ago, I remember her. Oh, whatever. She was thin.
No, I know Lucy, and she's not like this.
Is that thunder?
Oh, yeah. Because even in the heat of the summer,
Yeah, that's real. Lou looked like that 2 years ago before she got sick. She was large.
I mean, that's right now. She just needs to get through the next month and a half.
I've never seen an ugly baby.
Never?
No, they're all so cute. They're all really cute. Oh yeah, he's rubbing that dick all over the stench. Blech. Itchy.
I'll leave you guys facing that way for the night.
Not right now though.
No, not right now.
Oh yeah. The answer got so big. I can only tell by color.
And their colors are changing right now.
Well, yeah, she's light. She's a little darker, and then Amy, obviously, she's that bottle. She's big. Yeah, yeah.
It's just a little more bone.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the
Nope. Right there.
Oh yeah, they're big. But I know it. Well, he took a little while. He did, yeah. He took a while, yeah. And she's even still out. Yeah, she'll still out. Her mom, her body is not. Oh, she whipped around like trying. She said, there was no one. She said, no. Yeah, Amy's my love Amy. Look at the music, it's so good for her. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, that's my baby. She's the only one that's still like her baby. Remember when Greta used to do that? She like sports, like jumped on you, like you were oh my god, I saw some pictures on like Greta and Jersey, the soccer, yeah, going down in the tower together. It's still happening up here. How did I do it? Never do it. No, she's like, she's not that right now. Remember that one time she overate on green and corn? Now that was bad. Yeah. When she's pregnant, that oh my bad. God. When she's pregnant, I mean, that was close to Lucy this past year. Holy crap. What did she had on it? And then there was Wilma, who was still large for a twin. I still thought she had another one coming after that. I was like, there's no way. She still looks pregnant. It was perfect. Even when she was only this much pregnant. We couldn't tell on the leaf. No. Let Charlotte in. Charlotte thinks so. He's like, everything else will like her hips are always like, yeah, they're always sharp. I was gonna say, is that like negative in the showing type situation? She would be considered very bigger. Like, but they like her. But isn't that what she is? She's a heavy producer. Producer, I was just so cold. It's got 4 legs.